Here's James. Puts it up from 12. And it comes off the front of the rim. So it's Detroit now. Here's Caldwell Pope. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
And the second free throw, good. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his M.O.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
The drive by LeBron. That's tipped.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And James pulls it down. Cleveland with the ball. They trail by 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. For the 3, Jackson misses. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Irving. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Irving's got his first 2 points. Jackson drives in. Irving with the steal. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by Harris.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Jackson gets the bucket.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Inside, Thompson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Pistons leading by 3. Down low. Stolen by Thompson. Now Cleveland moving it up. And the dunk by Smith.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better. Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Shot to stop the run. Love grabs the board. To the inside. Here's Jefferson. The stupendous finish in traffic. Jefferson's got 5 now.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Harris outside. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Cleveland leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
That's good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Now, here is Irving. Three seconds left. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Jefferson out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Mozgov in the center position. Now here's Shumpert. Dishes to Dellavedova. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Mozgov's shot is off. Pistons trail by 4. Pulls up on the wing. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Meeks. Jackson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pistons. It's Jefferson outside. The shot, no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Well, last season the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
A drive by Shumpert. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Jackson passes to Tolliver. Unhindered, going all the way. And Jefferson throws it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one. Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Mozgov, and James subbed in for Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
Second free throw, no good.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Harris comes in for Reggie Bullock.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
Hey, get LeBron, get LeBron.
Harris against James. It's stolen by Morris. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And it's blocked. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Tobias Harris. The three from LeBron. Cleveland the rebound. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. McRae has come in for Shumpert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's good. 8 points for Reggie Jackson.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Smith checked in for the Cavaliers.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Marcus Morris.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
You know what? Some solid defense from Harris. Back to Love. Offensive rebound. Thompson. Good work defensively by Morris.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense. Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers ahead as they wrap up the second quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Richard Jefferson really making a difference here.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Richard Jefferson really making a difference here.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jody Meeks out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And there's Anthony Tolliver. And it's Bullock in at the 3 slot.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
There's Mozgov. Cannot hit. And it's Detroit the other way. Picked him clean. Stolen by Jackson. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul. Shoots. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Jackson.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist. And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
Yeah, the Pistons ended last season with a record of 32-50. They played decently enough against the rest of the East and had 23 of their 32 wins against the Eastern Conference.
Morris, no good.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Irving for 3. Pass to Smith. Launches it. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Smith.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the 3-point line? Come on.
Shooting 2.
The Pistons have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
The second chance effort. That's tipped. Now Detroit moving it up. Johnson's got the ball.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of...
Woo. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right in Auburn Hills.
I know.
I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And for the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here too. Jefferson's checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2-13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16-10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction.
Smith's shot is good.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson misses.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
The Cavaliers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. First free throw is good. Smith hits them both. Pistons trailed by 12. And it's Johnson penetrating. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
The screen from Thompson. Shoots the three. The shot will not go. And the Pistons now going the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Jackson. The shot no good. Good D by Thompson. Outside Irving. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers lead by 10. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Irving. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving in at the point guard. Pistons trailed by 10. Johnson kicks to Drummond. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. But they recover it. Can't connect from long distance. Cavaliers shooting not great, 40% for the game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so he makes both from the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now off the inbound. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight from deep LeBron.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
You
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Drummond throws it down.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost. Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Pistons trailed by 12. Caldwell Pope kicks to Johnson. Down low. That's tipped. Tries to save it. Stolen by Jackson. Kicks it to Drummond. Johnson goes in. No good. Good D by Thompson.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Here's Jackson. There's the dish to Tolliver. Goes up on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
That's good.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're up by 12. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. .149 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Love. Another miss by Love.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron drives in, and Love has it in the corner. LeBron against Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Cavaliers?
Guys, the passing very unselfish.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And there's no doubt about this one, playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Cavaliers.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
And that was a huge advantage. The free throw game, always a significant barometer in terms of who wins and loses.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for LeBron James. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And here's Johnson outside. The shot no good. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock. It's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Jackson.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
.11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. James misses. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's Jackson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. See you later.